So this is Qa'Rajh, and well, my game have not started yet, but it will probably in a minute. That's a good sound. Bum, bum, bum. Come on. Come on. Tilt. There we go. Might want to cut the sound. That's a bit bright. Pop, 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 pop. Right, so yeah, I promised I was going to do a bit different one. We're going to go into the game, of course. Here's the thing that happened. I was going for the achievement to get all 3 houses with all 3 wings in hard fire, and well, the game is bugged somehow, and my last save file is so far back that it would not make sense to redo it. So I can't actually get that achievement or trophy, as this is PlayStation, on this game file. So I started up a new game, but I'm still going to use my earlier one, because well, I've been pretty much all over Skyrim and Solheim with this one, so it's easier for me to film anything. And oh yeah, I promised I would show a little round in my little apartment, and that one won't run anywhere. So, and the lighting is pretty bad. It's, well, what is it? It's 50. It is 5:45 p.m. right now, and well, it's, as you can see, this is November. I think we want to shut up. Much better. So this is my, well, I have another room. This is just my living room and my kitchen. This is where I live. It's not big, but it's pretty cheap, and I'm pretty happy about that. Oh yeah, I was going to say something about games that I like and how I like to play. I am not a hardcore gamer as such. I prefer to play on easy, mainly because I am not really good at fighting and any other of that, but I really, really, really enjoy to see the graphic image of a game, especially in Skyrim. I just stop and look around. There are many possibilities, but if we can get a little down here, there are some games here, and well, it's more or less too dark to see them, but what have we got here? We have got Oblivion, also the Elder Scrolls 4, the Legendary Edition with both the 2 DLCs. We've got Infamous, a very hard game. I'm only about halfway done with it. Oh yeah, one thing. I've never actually finished the storyline in Oblivion. I get caught up in side missions and doing many other special things, running around, trying to improve my agility skill. And what else have we got? We have got Space Marine. That game. Fuck that game. Sorry for cursing, but just there. I've defeated the tutorial and I'm stuck on level 1. I don't think I'll be playing it. The funny thing about Space Marine, it's Warhammer, and the reason I got it was I collect Warhammer, both 40K and fantasy, mainly fantasy. I have about 600-700 figures that I've painted and assembled myself. They are luckily not in my tiny apartment. They are at my parents' home, where there is much more space. But that was how I got into that game. And well, I guess there must be something that I don't understand, because I can't get through the first boss. Now, I'm not looking for help because well, I don't really enjoy those kinds of games all that much. The intensify always needing to shoot and always needing to move on makes that you can't really enjoy the graphics, as I mentioned earlier. So I have mixed feelings about that one. So what else have we got here? We've got 2 Ratchet and Clank games. Now, I love Ratchet and Clank. There's a comedy and humor in them, and they're action games, but they're not particularly hard, and they're fun. It's really nice to relax to them. The one thing is I think is the newest Ratchet and Clank game. It's called Q-Force. At least that's the European version. It might be called something else in the US, but I don't know. It's pretty hard, and it's not so platformy as Ratchet and Clank usually is. It's more. I wouldn't call it a strategy game, but it is. You run back and forth through bases, collect bolts as you always do in Ratchet and Clank, and then you build turrets to defend your main station. Enough to go forward to destroy the enemy's base. It's really a confusing game. I haven't gotten very far into it. My other Ratchet and Clank game is Quest for Booty. Now, it's a really, really short game, Quest for Booty, despite the price was for a full game. I found out later by looking up on internet and Wikipedia, what other stuff, that Quest for Booty is part 2 of 3 small games. I probably should have known that before buying it. Whatever. It's a fun game, and even though it only takes about, I don't know, 1 hour or 40 minutes or so to beat. It's really, really simple, but also really fun. Nothing to be said about that. And well, that's more about it. I had games from my PlayStation 2 and even the good old PlayStation 1, but as some of you may know, PlayStation 2 games does not work on a PlayStation 3, which I don't like. But never mind, I'm not here to rant. So, what? Oh yeah, I almost forgot. My final game is Red Dead Redemption. Now, you may think the Red Dead Redemption is sort of, kind of, a bit like Space Marine, where you need to shoot a lot. Well, you do, but there's also a lot of traveling, and it's a really, really well-made game. I love it. I wish you could do more, like farming and such stuff. Oh yeah, but I love the characters in it. Even though John Marston at times gets a little goofy, you can look past that. So that's my games for PS3. I also have this version, as you can see by pressing. We have so this is the Legendary Edition of Skyrim with all the 3 DLCs, and I also have. This is a recently bought one, so I also have the original one where there is just the main game. So I have 2 copies. Well, that happens. What do I like about games? I like games that are not too hard. As I said before, I'm not a hardcore gamer, so gaming for me is more like relaxing, having a good time, just simple, like that. Nothing big. I mentioned that I was playing for the trophy land owner, I think it is. I can't be sure. No, Master Architect. There it was. And it's one thing that I wanted to get, but it's not like I play only to get that. I'm not a such player for achievements or trophies. If I get them, it's nice, but I don't play to get them, so they more just happen as I play. I don't. I'm in no way one of those who go, oh, this is a hard achievement. I must get it. No, I can rage quit. I prefer not to. As you may notice in, I think it was the first episode, I panicked a little. Well, of course, I didn't have full control with my one hand on holding the PlayStation controller and my other hand filming and using various parts of my face to semi-control. Well, that was that. But I tend to panic like that if enemies get too close. I prefer a sneaky archery style to make sure that no bad stuff happens at close range where I'm not as good. I tend to swing and miss, and then somehow beating the enemy in close combat. Of course, it's on easy, that's not a big problem, even the hardest enemies. So, but yeah, I have a lot of respect for people who are able to play on Legendary and all that, but I'm not that. And well, there are different ways of playing different games, and there's nothing wrong in that. People play how they want to play the games. Alright. Sorry. So, well, I also have, this is my computer's, computer, that's old-fashioned. And the one on the right is an old, I think 7-8 years old Toshiba. Really reliable, albeit a bit slow, but reliable and great for games using the PC CD-ROM. Also because that the Lenovo, which is also about 4 to 5 years old, about 5 years old, it doesn't have a place to put a CD in, and that sucks. But it is a working laptop. I write for my line of education, most of my stuff on there, and it is, well, the Toshiba weighs about 5 kilograms, and the Toshiba weighs approximately the half of that. So yeah, it's much easier. Also because I take my bike usually, and I have some pretty steep hills, and the way the trees and buildings stands, I usually get a good deal of wind against me, even when going downhill. So I don't get much momentum. So it's nice that it doesn't weigh too much. That's one thing. So. Oh yes, what kind of games do I like to play on PC then? Well, it's pretty hard to see here. We've got the Battle for Middle-earth. I love strategy games. Strategy games, or RTS as they are called in gaming language, are really where I started to play games. The very first game I remember playing on a computer, and I still have it somewhere here, is Age of Empires 1. The very first Age of Empires, back from 1996, I think. Well, really, that I also have got Age of Empires 3 with the both two, I don't know what they're called, add-ons or different gaming modes. It's great too, but nothing really beats the one. What we got? Plants vs. Zombies. Again, a strategy game. I love these kinds of games. You can sit back, relax, and watch as your towers, or whatever you have for defensive measures, take down the enemies that come at you. Simple and very enjoyable. Also, the music to Plants vs. Zombies is very catchy, and it's certainly a game to be recognized with that. I'm looking forward to getting the second one eventually, but I think it's only out for iPhone and iPad at the moment. And well, let me be honest here. I don't like Apple products. They are too expensive and they are not particularly good quality. So yeah, I'm not going there. Anything else? Yeah, it says Half-Life here. It's not a valid version, so I can't play the single player. What is it called? Oh well, the main scenarios. I can't do that. So but it's all right. It's not. Well, Half-Life 1 is really, the graphic is edgy and all that, but yeah, well, still a great game. And we also have Counter-Strike 1.6. Again, I am not a big FPS kind of guy, and FPS being first-person shooters, or TPS, third-person shooters. I like Team Fortress 2 because, well, it is so goofy and the characters are so lovable, and it gives way to so many different play styles. And I like that a lot. You don't quite have that in Counter-Strike. You can have different weapons and such, but yeah. And we also have Minecraft with the latest update, 1.72, and yeah, Minecraft is, yeah, I'm gonna curse again, fucking awesome. I love creative games where you get to build something, and again, as I've stated, I'm not a big fighter. Even on normal, or easy, you can get easy. I tend to get my hide handed to me pretty quickly, so I prefer building, even as I going into creative mode, flying around, building castles and such. Again, not being a big fighter, I haven't played much multiplayer in Minecraft, but I'd love to at some point, because, well, if others can fight, then I can build, and I'm sure we could make something out. Any other games? Well, I play a lot of games on the internet, but I'm not really going to show all of those at this point. There's many games, but generally strategy and tower and defense games are of my choosing. And well, let's see now. Yeah, I'm a pretty laid back kind of guy, as you may have noticed throughout my posts, and I prefer taking it easy in as many ways as I can. It's not, how do you say it? I don't plan to do something as fast as possible just for the sake of being first or whatever it is. I tend to enjoy what I do, or I wouldn't be doing it. It's very simple, but it's logical, and well, I like being logical. That's just who I am. Yeah. Well. Okay. Whoa! It's already up to 18 minutes now, and well, yeah, I've already told about the bug in my game, so I'm not going to show it. But yeah, I can't build three walls in, I think it is Winstead Manor in Qa'Rajh. I don't know why, but it won't let me. I have the walls, the inner floor and all that, but it won't let me build a roof, so it won't let me finish the main hall, and thus I can't build the 3 wings that are needed to get that achievement. Yeah, so, oh, and in my new game, I wanted to try something that I don't usually do, so I have tried to collect heavy armor. I usually go with light armor because scouting, sneaking, archery, and all that. But I'm going to try for a more warrior-like approach to this game, where I don't even remember my level care. Let's see, load. And what is it? It says I am still level 1. Well, I haven't even been playing for an hour. Oh, here's also the thing. I love creating characters. I can get stuck in the character creator for, well, a very long time, just making an eyebrow a bit taller, a bit slimmer, and giving it a color, and yeah, all that. Oh yeah, I also wanted to speak about mods. Now, I don't have Skyrim for PC, so logically I cannot use mods. And well, I'm kind of glad, because well, the game was not intended to be played with, I think someone said to a post I made on the Qa'Rajh page about modcrafts running around looking like Spider-Man. That is fun, alright, but it is not the way the game was intended to be played. So I don't like it. Even those that don't break the game but just changes the design. But where it gets to me is when you break the game using mods. I can't do that. Oh yeah, in Minecraft I have no texture packs, no texture packs, no nothing. I don't use the commands, even though I could. I mean, in creative mode you fly around and you can use blocks, whatever you like. But well, that's a part of the game. It came with the game. The game was created with this. It was created for you to be creative. And my tongue is getting messed up here. But so yeah, I don't like mods, but I'm fine with people using mods, I guess. Also, yeah, that is the thing. It's the thing with bugs that occur on the computer. You can, and I don't even know how that works, console commands or something like that, rewind it and type in the command to reverse a bug. I think I don't know. So I'm really out on waters where I can't stand here. But yeah, you can't do that on a PlayStation or an Xbox because well, there is no console command. So yeah, but yeah, and I wish to say happy second birthday to Skyrim, even though it's 3 days late now. Amazing game. I would not know where I had been had it not been for that. Also, oh yeah, I mentioned earlier an RPG game that, well, sort of was the first RPG game that I got into. It is Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2. Wow, that is a great game. It may be simple, and you only have at the start 5 different characters to choose from, and it's top down, but still, the characters are so well created. And even though I think it was 2007, yeah, or before that, it really looks great. The graphics, everything is just perfect. If I could get that game for the PlayStation 3, I would. Granted, I had the money for it. Yeah, that's the thing. I would love to make better quality videos, but my phone is not very great, and I don't have it for a PC, so any recording device would cost me a good fair amount of money, which I don't have. Also, I'm not the kind of guy that, ooh, a new phone, I need to get that. No, I wear a phone. My phones get worn out, and then I buy a new one. This is only my 3rd phone in, I would say, 10, 12 years. Yeah. But yeah, I'm getting hungry now, so I'm going to make myself some dinner. And well, I hope you enjoy this very, very long video, because well, not for any particular reason, I just hope you do. I suppose any questions and ideas, suggestions where I might go, welcome. So, yeah, always enjoy Qa'Rajh. Warm thanks to you all.